Cancerians, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings, from the heart. So this is your September 2018 reading. We're going to use the Tarot of Dreams tarot deck. One of my newest decks. I really like this deck, it's beautiful. So we're going to use that today for your reading. Let's get into your reading. What's coming in for Cancerians for the month of September 2018? Show what's coming in for Cancerians for the month of September 2018. Show me. Right, let's split the deck into three, like so, and let's have a look. Just going to place the cards down. I'm not on screen today because I just feel like showing you the cards. Sometimes I'm on screen, sometimes I'm not. It's just the way it is, really. I don't think anybody minds, or a lot of people like just seeing the cards. So this month for Cancer, we just show the cards. Let's have a look at this one here. You got a reading next door, which is how does your ex feel about you, so check that out if you fancy it. And let's have a look. Pardon me if I take a sip from my hot milk. I've got some hot milk at the moment with me that I'm drinking. So right, the situation for the month that you're dealing with is the Hanged Man reversed. That's interesting. Hanged Man reversed. I think that some of you guys are very, very stuck. But usually when I see the Hanged Man reverse, this is, sometimes this can be a situation of your own making with the Hanged Man reverse. Because the Hanged Man reversed, Cancerians, means that you tend to listen to your own advice. And anybody that speaks to you, you're not listening. So I think that some of you guys aren't listening. I think that the situation with the Hanged Man reverse shows a reluctancy to change, even a reluctancy to look at changing something is the Hanged Man reverse, because the Hanged Man reverse means that somebody is so stuck in their own ways, they're so stuck in their own ideas, that anybody who says anything, it doesn't have any effect at all, because this person's quite stubborn. So I think that the energy around you, the situation for the month, is the reluctancy to change, the reluctancy to see something in another way, what's challenging you, so what's influencing this actually, it's judgment that's influencing it. Judgment number 5. It's called faith on this particular deck, but it's judgment. So the judgment energy is all about change, and it's all about facing up to the truth when you get the judgment energy. But judgment is all about making that one final judgment. So if you say what to someone, well, what is your judgment of the situation? How are you judging something? What is your opinion on it? How do you see it? And I think that the you know, it might be that some of you guys are reluctant to come out of a comfort zone here with the Hanged Man reverse, because what's influencing this, it might be others judging you, for example, with the judgment showing there. Because judgment is also about other people that judge us, people that pass judgments on us. So maybe you want to stay where you are because you're afraid of what other people say or what other people think of you with the faith energy stroke judgment energy. That's not judgment, that's Hierophant. Oh, I always do that with these cards. I always call this judgment when it's not judgment, it's Hierophant, sorry. Judgment is further down the line in the majors. This is Hierophant, which is number 5. Sorry guys, I always do that with this card. I have no idea why. But it's the Hierophant that's influencing this. The Hierophant is about guidance, and it's about what you've learned. So some of you guys, it might be you want to stay where you are. You're not listening to what anybody else is saying, because what's influencing this is your own. And I think it would probably be your own guidance system. Perhaps this is something that you've been taught, something you've learned with the Hierophant energy showing up here that makes you stay where you are. Hierophants aren't always good guidance. Usually reversed, the Hierophant reversed is the bad guidance card, being given bad advice, but this is in your challenge position or stroke influence position, and it's saying that, you know, the reason why you don't want to move, the reason why you can't see something in a different way or in a different light, you can't see something conceptually differently, is because of the Hierophant energy. It's either because of how you've been brought up with the Hierophant energy, or something that you've learned with the Hierophant energy, or maybe somebody's advising you with the Hierophant energy. The other reason, because the root cause of this Hanged Man being the situation, is all about the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is all about seeing the truth. And I think that the good thing is this is not so bad, because this might actually be the best thing that you could do, Cancerians, to be honest, because the Ace of Swords is in the upright. So when you get the Ace of Swords in the upright, it's about seeing something very clearly. And I do actually think that you guys are seeing something very clearly, because it's the root issue. This is the reason for why the energy around you is the Hanged Man. And I think that you know, the root issue is all about the truth, seeing something very, very clearly with the Ace of Swords energy. Might be a conversation or communication or something that you're having with that Hanged Man energy, but I think that there is a reluctance to move or to change, or even to see something from another person's perspective, because I think that you do see the truth of the matter with that Ace of Swords. I think that you're seeing something very clearly here. In the recent past, Cancerians, you've experienced the Two of Cups, so this could be a partnership. It could be trying to see eye to eye with another individual with the Two of Cups energy showing here. It could be an agreement in the recent past with the Two of Cups. But the most likely outcome from this reading for the month of September is going to be the Sun. This is a good reading, actually. In fact, it's a really good reading, because even though the Hanged Man is reversed, and I see this as the card that says somebody's really, really reluctant to change, or really reluctant to do something different, or really reluctant to let down their guard. You know, this is good, because the real issue for why you guys, the situation is the way it is with this Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man for me is a very personal card. So the Hanged Man can be about blockages, or it can be about surrender when it's in the upright. But and change. So if you say, for example, in the upright with the Hanged Man, if this was upright and you get a King of Cups, it might be somebody's got a change of heart if it's upright, the Hanged Man. So for me, the Hanged Man is always pretty much a very personal, very, very personal card. And I think that this is a personal thing that you guys are going through with this Hanged Man. I think that emotionally wise, psychologically wise, mentally wise, there is a reluctance to do something with this Hanged Man energy. And you know, it's all because you guys know what the truth is of the matter. We'll see what that's about in a moment. But the most likely outcome from this truth, and as a result of that truth, or this could be clear communication, something you're seeing very, very clearly here. And as a result of that, the Hanged Man being the energy for the month of September, in which, because of the truth that you see with the Ace of Swords, you're reluctant to change something about your life. With the Hanged Man in the reverse, as a result of that, the most likely outcome will be the Sun energy. This allows for some positive energy, positive new beginnings, for some success and joy and optimism to start evolving, I think, with this Sun energy into your life, because it almost feels like you are sticking by your guns. And I think that now when I look at the Faith Stroke Hierophant card, what's influenced, this is the same as this, because the Hierophant is all about either your own inner wisdom, or it's about something that you've learned, something that you know. And the Ace of Swords is also about knowing. So the Hierophant is about knowledge, okay, and so is the Ace of Swords. So I think that if the root issue is all about something that you found out, or something that has been uncovered to you, or some truth that you now know to be absolute, coupled with what's influencing this faith, the Hierophant, guidance, wisdom, knowledge, learning, through those two cards, it says I really know what I'm doing. And I think you guys really do know what you're doing in these areas, which is why you're reluctant to move, which is good. The immediate future for September 2018 shows, though, the Ace of Coins in the reverse. So this might have an effect on you guys financially. Because even though the most likely outcome is the Sun, where, you know, if you are reluctant to do something here with the Sun, with the Hanged Man reverse, so the energy around you guys is stubbornness, sticking to your guns, sticking to your belief systems, and unwilling to change those things or look at things in a different way. And the most likely outcome being the Sun energy, where from that energy there, what we're seeing is some positive energy happening in your life as the most likely outcome. I feel that even though this could be this most likely outcome area is not the absolute outcome. So this is what will most likely happen if you carry on the same path. However, we are seeing the Ace of Coins in the reverse. So the Ace of Coins in the reverse is instability. It's losing a job. It's not having any money. It's losing money. So perhaps there is the loss of money with the Ace of Coins in the reverse, showing that maybe there's something to do with a job that some of you guys don't want to do, for example. Maybe there's a great deal of self-awareness about something that you don't want to do. We'll see what this is about anyway. You guys right now are showing as being temperance, which is good. But I think if the situation is the Hanged Man, where you guys are very much sticking to your guns with this Hanged Man energy, unwilling to listen to any type of advice, because you know, apparently at the moment, you know it all. I think if the energy around you, the situation is this, it could, I think, because of temperance, you guys showing us temperance, but when we look at this area here, we look at this area and we say, well, how does this feed through to the situation? Well, you guys are trying to create balance at the moment with the temperance energy. You're trying to create some form of even kill within your life. And also I think that right now you are, I think that you're showing as being somebody who's fairly balanced with this temperance energy, to be perfectly honest with you. But I also feel that you guys are trying to mediate your life and navigate it at the moment, Cancerians, because you know the truth. Ace of Swords, you're very, very clear on this energy, and this clarity says, I don't want to move, I don't want to change anything with this Hanged Man energy. I want to stay where I am because I have faith, and also I've learned that when I know the truth, I don't really need to change anything about my life once I know what I know in these areas here. But this is interesting coming in here. We'll check that out in a moment. Influence is coming in though. This won't last long because you've got the Chariot. Now this is you, Cancerians. This is your card. So this is your major card. I'm going to go back over that. I'm not going to say that this isn't going to last long. I think that whatever this Ace of Coins reversed is, whether this is losing money because of a reluctance to change and move to something else with the Ace of Coins energy, I think you're really going to have to take control of what comes along with that, because this will be the result of this. And when you get the Chariot, it's not all about success and victory. Sometimes the Chariot is saying, look, if you want to get from A through to Z, you're going to have to navigate the difficult roads that come along with that. You're going to have to navigate the obstacles, because that's what the Chariot is. The Chariot is all about taking hold of the reins. So this is all about taking control of some very wayward energies in your life. And I think that with the Ace of Coins in the reverse, if there is anything to do with financial problems, for example, with the Ace of Coins in the reverse, or if there's anything in your life, Cancerians, that you feel isn't particularly grounded in the immediate future, if there is anything within your life that you feel you don't have a handle on, or if there is anything to do with money or stability or security that is not upheld in the immediate future, that seems to be failing, I guess, for some of you guys, it means that, but it's as a result of your reluctance with the Hanged Man. That's what it's as a result of. It's as a result of your reluctance to change with the Hanged Man energy. Because you are reluctant to do that, because there's a self-awareness here, there's a truth that you guys know. And if there's a reluctance as a result of this energy here, and some of you guys might come a cropper here with the Ace of Coins in reverse, because it might mean, especially for example, if you want to stay in a job, for example, and you don't want to move out of it because you've got your friends there but you're not making any money, that's your Ace of Coins in the reverse. You might be missing out on opportunities in the immediate future because of this energy here. Okay, really it should turn out very well for you, but that's the most likely outcome. However, we do have some form of a loss here, Ace of Coins in the reverse, and you're going to have to really navigate this. And as your card, the Chariot, you're really going to have to take ownership of this with the Chariot energy, because your hopes or fears, well, your hopes are to have strength. It is to navigate a particular difficult period some of you guys are going through. It is to overcome the obstacles with the strength energy. The overall outcome from this energy here, well, it's the Queen of Swords. I think that you guys are going to have to re-look at something here with the Queen of Swords energy, because the Queen of Swords talks about having to be analytical and clear and honest in a situation with the Queen of Swords energy. So I think that whatever it is, Cancerians, that you guys are turning down, because I don't see you turning down something, I see you losing some form of an opportunity because of your stubbornness to change with the Hanged Man. But you lose, you see, with the Ace of Coins in the reverse. And when you lose with this Ace of Coins in the reverse, whether that's losing job, losing money because of your reluctance to change, I feel that you're going to have to really take ownership with this Chariot energy of that and navigate this path on your own. Because you already said you're not doing something here. So you're going to have to navigate this path with the Chariot energy. And whilst you might hope to overcome this energy, sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Sometimes you have to take a re-look at something. Sometimes you have to look at something realistically. The Ace of Swords is your truth. The Ace of Swords is your truth. That's your belief. Same as the Hierophant. Both of these are your belief systems. This is your truth. This is what you see as being clear. Doesn't mean that anybody else is going to see that as being clear. That's a very personal card. It's your truth. And you're influenced by the Hierophant energy. Strong belief system with the Hierophant energy, which is why the energy for the month is that you say, I don't need to make changes here, because more than likely everything's going to end up well anyway. And this is, again, I think a very personal thing. This isn't the universe saying everything. It's more than likely the universe. I don't think this is the universe more than likely saying, oh, well, don't worry about it because everything will turn out all right. I think this is your words. I think that you're saying, oh, I'm not going to worry about this because it's all going to turn out just fine. But I think that some of you guys are actually proven wrong with the Ace of Coins in the reverse. It's not that I'm being negative about your reading. I'm not, but I'm an honest reader. Whether you like it or not. I am what I am. That's it. That's it. And I'm not going to turn things around for more views, you know, or for more business or anything like that. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to read how I see the situation. You know, that's your truth. And your truth is things will get better if I just stay the same, if I stick with the same old patterns, because the Hangman reverse means that you are repeating old patterns. You're not changing, you're repeating. So some of you guys are just repeating the same old thing because of your truth, how you see things. And you say things will get better anyway, don't worry about it. But what you find is things probably aren't going to get better because you're losing money, or you're losing a job, or you're losing opportunities. And you're going to have to really take ownership and take control of that. But the overall outcome from this is the Ace of Coins is really about taking another look, the Queen of Swords energy. This is really analysing, because as soon as you start to see that what this staying where you are because you think things are going to get better and because it's your truth, as soon as you start to see, well, maybe actually things aren't going to get better because I'm losing a job, or I'm losing an opportunity here, or I'm losing money if I don't move from where I am, or whatever the case might be, that's when you start to take this re-look at the situation with the Ace of Swords and with the Queen of Swords energy. You start to analyse this more clearer, in a much more honest way with the Queen of Swords energy. Let's see if we can open up this reading and see what this is about. So why is Cancerian showing us being Temperance? Let's see if we got this the right way. Why is Cancerian showing us being Temperance? Show me. What's the situation about? Why are they showing us being Temperance? Right, because of the Queen of Cups. And that's your card. That's you on the card. So, the Queen of Cups is a Cancerian person, usually. And I think that you guys are... I feel that at the moment you're trying to balance something within your life, because you're showing us Temperance. And I think that you're going with the flow, with the Temperance energy. But I almost also think that you're trying to balance fire and water energies in your life at the moment, because you've got water on this area here. And fire here. You're almost alchemist at the moment, Cancerian. So you're trying to balance something out in your life at the moment, because the situation is all about your heart. The Queen of Cups is the situation. So when you get the Queen of Cups situation, as it's you, this is about you being open. Okay, so I think that this is more about balancing your emotions, because the Queen of Cups is emotions, and the Temperance card is the balancing act. And this is about you guys trying to balance your emotions in the month of September 2018. Because the root issue is all about the Ace of Swords. And this is either talk or it's clarity. What's the Ace of Swords about? Why is the root issue about the Ace of Swords? What's this Ace of Swords about? It's about the Hermit. You can see an interaction here, how the Hermit's light is looking into. So I think that you're very focused. I think that you found the truth. And I think that the root issue is all about clarity. And that clarity is all about the Hermit energy. Introspection. Finding the truth, finding the light. So I think that you guys are trying to balance Temperance energy. You're trying to work with perhaps being more open. Being more receptive to a certain extent here. Because the Queen of Cups represents an open heart. So some of you guys, it depends on how you want to read the cards. But as a combination, I could say here, for example, one combination might be that you guys are trying to moderate, or not even moderate with the Temperance energy, but you're trying to bring into balance your emotions with this Queen of Cups energy, because I think that you have found the truth. Alright? Because the Hermit looks into the Ace of Swords. So when the Hermit looks into another card, remember, if you thought about the Hermit as an investigator, it's researching, it's finding things. It's a spy. It's not. Page of Swords isn't just the spy card in the tarot, so is the Hermit. The Hermit is a spy, it's an investigator. So there you are as a Hermit energy, finally finding out what the truth is. I want to ask what this truth is. What's this truth? What's this truth? That there is an open door. There is another way to do something here with the Four of Wands energy. You can see on this particular Four of Wands that there's an open door. So I think that you guys really are, with this Temperance energy, trying to find balance. And it's all about trying to find emotional balance. Because I think the truth for you guys is that for some of you guys, it might be that you need to move home. It might be that you say, well, the truth is, what I found out is the truth is that I can leave this situation anytime I please. With the Four of Wands, there is an open door. There's a whole wide world out there for me with the Four of Wands energy. There is a new beginning I could take if I want with this Four of Wands energy showing here. And in the recent past, you guys have experienced the Two of Cups. And what's this Two of Cups about? What's the Two of Cups about? It's about the King of Cups in the reverse. Can be a Cancerian again. But some of you guys, I think that you have in the recent past been trying to cooperate with somebody who will not cooperate. This King of Cups reverse could be a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian also. Or this could be just somebody who is emotionally distant, emotionally cut off. So now we start to build the reading up and we start to say, well, maybe it's not about work or career or anything like that. But you guys are trying to balance out your emotions. And, you know, in a way, Cancerians, I think that because you're trying to balance out with the Temperance energy, your emotions with the Queen of Cups energy, this is something that is not very easy for some of you guys to do. It really isn't, because the root issue is that you've had to face the truth. And you are. The Hermit faces in. With the lamp, he's facing in. The light is being shone on the Ace of Swords. So this person is facing the truth. And the truth is that there is another way. The door is open with the Four of Wands. Some of you guys have to face the truth on a relationship, on the home that you live in. Because around this in the recent past, you guys have been probably with the Two of Cups trying to cooperate with somebody, King of Cups in the reverse, who isn't cooperative. Because the King of Cups reverse wouldn't be cooperative. The King of Cups in the reverse is somebody who is emotionally shut down. This person might have vices that aren't very good. This person might be emotionally abusive. This person might be emotionally manipulative. But you face that and you've been trying to cooperate with somebody who's not cooperative. They might be the same water sign as you, Cancerians, or there might be somebody different. But I think that you've been trying to cooperate with somebody who cannot be cooperated with, because they won't, then their heart isn't open to doing that. And I think what's influencing you right now is the Hierophant, what you've been taught, what you've learnt maybe with the Hierophant energy. But what's this Hierophant about? Why is the influence for Cancerians in the month of... Okay, so this is about the Fool in the reverse, came out reversed. Okay, so I think that what's influencing you is that you have learned with this Hierophant energy that this person with the Fool energy in the reverse doesn't want to take risks. This person with the Fool in the reverse consistently goes round and round in a circle. They never jump off the bridge, because every time they get to the bridge, they stop and they say, hang on, let me go back again, and then I'll come back and I'll jump. And then they go to jump and then they say no. It's almost like repeat. They're on repeat with this Fool energy. They say they're going to do something, but they never really do it. They never go for it. They never take the action with that Fool in the reverse. And I think that you've learned that this person is not a risk taker. You've learned that this person is not interested perhaps in a new direction with you, a new path with you. For some of you Cancerians, and I think as a result of that, the energy around you will be the Hanging Man. Now that's interesting. Is it your energy? What is this situation with the Hanged Man? So what's the situation about with the Hanging Man? You said the Hanging Man is reversed. It's going to be the situation for Cancerians. Why is the Hanging Man? What is this about? What's the Hanging Man reversed about? You said that this will be the situation for the month. Can you explain a bit more about that Hanging Man? Well, the Four of Cups. I think that the energy is not yours. I think it is actually somebody else's. I think, therefore, the Hanging Man. You know, I can read this two ways. I can either say that for the month of September, you're either dealing with somebody who is reluctant with the Hanging Man to change their point of view. This person is quite a stubborn person. They could be a Pisces person you're dealing with, because this can be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio as well with the the King of Cups energy. I hope you guys can see that, because the way the camera is, it's difficult to see everything. But you know, as a result of this energy, what you're experiencing for the Hanging Man, let's just call it the situation overall. I think that what you're experiencing is a situation that cannot be resolved with this Hanging Man. It really is. I call the Hanging Man reverse a situation that really is completely stuck. Completely stuck. Okay? Because I think that you're experiencing, as a result of this energy, a situation that is completely blocked with this Hanging Man reverse. Because somebody is unwilling to love you with the Four of Cups energy. And I wouldn't, even though this is a Cancerian card, I think that it's not you. I think it's this King of Cups reverse. So I think that you're dealing with somebody who's unwilling to open up to you with the Four of Cups. And also, this is a situation that is completely blocked, because the situation is all about the Four of Cups, whereby there is a person here who sees that they can have what you offer them, Cancerians, but won't take it because they've probably got other things. Four of Cups energy. This person's not, you know, this person's, I don't know whether they're a commitment phobe, but they're highly looking like it, because the root issue is all about, you know, the truth. And the truth is, you know, with the Four of Wands energy, you're staring truth in the face. You're staring the truth in the face. You're looking right at it. That's the root issue. And that root issue is that it's time to go. Four of Wands. The door is open. It's time to leave. And as a result of that, the energy around you is the Hanging Man in the reverse. That's interesting. It depends on how you read the cards. It really does. Because it just keeps coming back to me that this is you guys. Because when you do readings, you make them tally up as a story. That's how I do my readings a lot of the time. This is the root cause, but from the root cause will go on and show what happens in the present. So if this is the root issue for you guys, this will then have an effect on what's happening around you. So I think if the truth is that you guys, it's time to leave with this Four of Wands energy showing here. Alright, I think that, and the truth isn't, because you're dealing with somebody who's not cooperative. You've got this King of Cups reverse and the Two of Cups. How can you cooperate with the King of Cups in the reverse? You're not even on the same level. You're trying to cooperate Two of Cups energy with somebody who's emotionally distant from you. Somebody who is not emotionally opening, whatever sphere that takes for you, whether that's business or love or family or platonic or romantic relationships. There's somebody here that you're trying to cooperate with, that you're trying to get on a even kill with, but they lack the cooperation and they lack the emotional sensitivity and the emotional interest to do that with you, Cancerians. And the challenge for you is that, you know, the Hierophant energy shows up here. It might be the challenge is that they're already married, which makes them reluctant to take a risk with you. It might be that they're already involved in a strong union with the Hierophant energy. It might be a faith situation. It might be their religion. The Hierophant energy stops them from taking the risk. But I think that, you know, with you knowing here that a door is now open, Four of Wands for you to leave, because this can also be a movement card. I think with the knowledge that the door is already open, and also what's influencing this might be that your knowledge, your guidance, your intuition, your learning, but also maybe their faith, and that they are involved with somebody else with the Hierophant. Maybe it's the laws that they abide by with the Hierophant energy makes them reluctant. I think that judging by these two energies here, the energy around you, as a result of that, the energy is the Hanging Man. I think that more than likely this is actually completely putting a stop. The energy around you is completely putting on hold this situation here. Okay? Whilst you consider if this love is worth it. Four of Cups. Is this worth it? Because this person's questioning, is it worth me taking this? The hands are firmly clasped. They've got it there. They could put the hands up and take the cup, but this person will not take the cup. So maybe, just maybe, the energy around you or the focus for the month is about putting something completely on hold, the Hanging Man, in the reverse. This isn't even contemplating or taking a step back to contemplate, to evaluate, which is what the Hanged Man can be. It's about, with the Hanged Man energy, it's about no dice at all. No dice at all when it's reversed, because you need to work out and you need to really look at this situation. You need to say to yourself, is this situation really worth it? Or is there better things out there for me, with the Three Cups beneath? The most likely outcome will be the Sun, though. Let's have a look at what the Sun is about. What is the most likely outcome from this situation, the Sun? In the upright for Cancerians, what's this about? Well, the Four of Swords energy. I think the most likely outcome is that there will be healing if you withdraw. Because the sun energy is also about healing. The rays of the sun are healing. Okay, and you can see the sun. Can you see the sun god just about to throw the rays off those planets of the sun onto this person here? Okay, I think there's going to be healing through withdrawal from some of you guys. Because it's about Four of Swords is healing. Alright, so we've got to, you know, when you do clarifiers, you pick out the first card and you say, well, the sun can mean anything. It can mean, yeah, they'll, you know, this situation will be resolved. Well, this situation is going to turn good. But then I say, well, what's it about? And it's telling me clearly the Four of Swords is healing or withdrawal. But the sun is not about withdrawal, so there's going to be healing. But the sun can be about healing. The sun isn't about a withdrawal. I don't read the sun as a withdrawal card. It's about healing. So if the secondary card shows me the Four of Swords, I say, okay, so the Four of Swords I would name as a card that meant recovery and healing, and so does the sun. So I think that more than likely the outcome will be healing. It's the same as the Hanged Man showing here. The situation for you guys is the Hanging Man reversed. Well, what's the Hanging? We need to know a little bit more about this. So what are you trying to tell us with the Hanging Man reversed? It means to withdraw. Keep your hands to yourself. Okay? Don't even bother going there with the situation. This card can mean rejection. So both cards together would mean, well, don't even bother going for it. Don't even bother considering this situation at the moment, because there's going to be healing with that sun and the Four of Swords energy showing there. Now, in the immediate future, you guys will experience the Ace of Coins energy in the reverse. And what's this Ace of Coins reversed about? What's the Ace of Coins reversed about? Well, the Five of Swords. Okay, so the Five of Swords is all about severance. And the Ace of Ace of Coins reversed is often about I think this is a relationship thing. There's a lack of commitment here. So what you'll experience is somebody who will not commit in the immediate future, because this is about this person severing ties with you, with the Five of Swords. So I think that you're going to experience this person who won't commit because they're severing ties. Five of Swords is a severing ties card as well. And what you'll experience coming in is you guys as the Chariot. You're going to need to navigate this situation, Cancerians. You're going to really need to just deal with it, with that Chariot energy. And what's the Chariot about? What's the Chariot about? The Five of Wands energy. Okay. So the Five of Wands energy is about frustration and anger and intensity. And I feel that you guys here with this Chariot energy, Cancerians, you're really going to need to manage this energy of frustration, because this is a very strong fire energy. But the Chariot, you're a major card showing here. You have the ability to manage this frustration with the Five of Wands energy showing here. Alright, because I think that somebody does the dirty on some of you guys. I really do. I think that somebody's been messing you about for an awful long time. And I think it's getting to a head now for some of you guys. You know, so much so because this person won't commit. This isn't you, this is them. The Ace of Coins reverse says no commitment. This person isn't willing to build something with you for the future. They're not willing to invest. Because the situation is that they're putting themselves first. Okay? So this person isn't willing to invest with the Five of Coins. Alright, Ace of Coins in the reverse. Also, I see you losing here with the Ace of Coins in the reverse. Losing a little bit of grounding here. Because this loss of grounding could also be in terms of your weakness emotionally wise with the Five of Swords. Mentally wise, feeling a sense of lack of power, empowerment or lack of power. So some of you guys between both cards, the losing of the grounding of the Ace of Coins in the reverse, because the situation is feeling about, you know, disempowered. This is you guys losing your footing. For some of you guys losing even who you are to a certain extent here. And you're going to really need to take control of these very kind of intense, angry emotions with the Five of Wands energy that some of you guys hold. Because you have tried to cooperate with somebody who's emotionally defunct. They don't know how to cooperate. They wouldn't know it if they tripped over it. King of Cups in the reverse. This person is emotionally manipulative and they're emotionally cold. They might as well be a freaking King of Swords, you know, at the best of times. Now, your hope would be just to have strength. And that is to overcome these obstacles. Find inner strength with this strength energy showing here. I think that more than anything, this, to be perfectly honest with you, your hopes really would, it's not about inner strength, it's about a person. So your hopes would be to have strength, to have a strong, cooperative, because strength is also about cooperation between two opposing forces, two opposing people, the lion and the woman. So and also the strength card is about being able to seduce, and also being able to, with the Strength card, to have somebody underneath your thumb. So it might be that the hope is, if only I could get this person underneath my thumb, if I could just tame. So the Strength card is also about taming somebody who's wayward. Now you'll notice that both cards show Leo. The Lion, the Leo, and King of Wands can be a Leo as well. This might be a Leo dude that you're dealing with. You know, your hopes probably would be to tame this individual, because remember the King of Wands is a fire energy. Once he gets his mind set on something, Cancerians, he tends to just stick with it, and he's not going to back down for no one and nothing. That's how the King of Wands is. So I think that the hope for some of you guys would be to tame, with the Strength energy, this very, very strong, very single-minded at the best of times individual King of Wands. This person, I think this is the person, I think the hopes would be to tame them, because I think that you do care about them, but I think that you're very tired, whether this is male or female. I think that you're just very, very tired. Very, very tired of fighting this losing battle with this individual. The overall outcome is the King of Swords. Queen of Swords, sorry. What's the Queen of Swords about? You said the overall outcome for the month will be the Queen of Swords for Cancerians. What's that about? Well, the Tower. So the Tower is about breaking free. And I feel that the overall outcome will be some of you guys severing ties, because this is about separation, separating yourself, breaking up perhaps with this individual with that Tower energy. Okay? Breaking away perhaps from the past, you've got the Six of Cups here. Some people will say this is a blast from the past. This is about breaking away from those, you know, rose-tinted glasses. So starting to see things more clearly. And also you've got the clearness of the Queen of Swords. So some of you guys, the overall outcome is with the Queen of Swords energy, starting to desensitize yourself emotionally, seeing things in a far more clearer way, because the clarifiers are saying that this is about the Tower. And the Tower is about breaking free, and it's breaking free from the past, Six of Cups, or breaking free from the ideology or the rose-tinted glasses of the past. So I see that you guys are starting to see something very, very clearly, Cancerians, by the end of the month. We'll go through this reading very quickly again. You guys are Temperance, okay? So I think that you're trying to manage your emotions. I think that your hearts are very open to an individual, but I think that because you show as Temperance, Temperance is also management. So I think that you're trying to manage your emotions with that Queen of Cups energy, because I think that, and it's hard, isn't it? It's hard when you love someone and you care for them, but they're not responding to you in the same way. And the reason that you're trying to manage your true feelings on a situation is because you see the truth. The Hermit means to see. He's got the lamp right there, the torch, and it sees clearly. It sees clearly what the truth is, and the truth is that there is now an open door. Now it is time for you to walk through this door. Now it is time for a change with this Four of Wands energy, because you guys have been trying to cooperate, Two of Cups energy, with somebody who you cannot cooperate with, somebody who doesn't want to be loved, somebody who doesn't want to show you love, somebody, you've been trying to be in this kind of relationship with the Two of Cups with somebody who is emotionally distant, somebody who's emotionally manipulative, somebody who really doesn't care about you, somebody who doesn't really give a shit, King of Cups in reverse, somebody who has possibly, you know, addictions, potentially, King of Cups in the reverse, somebody who can be very sulky, who can be very moody, who can be very repressed, and that's difficult for you guys. And you see the truth is that it's time to move, and you're trying to manage your emotions over that, because sometimes when we love someone, but we do see the truth of what we need to do, sometimes it's just time to go. And in a way, I think for some of you Cancerians, it's been really, really, really difficult to admit to that for you. You found it so, so difficult to admit to the truth. Because what's influencing you this month is the Hierophant. Some of you guys have learned through the Hierophant energy, through God, through wisdom, through the voice of God in your ear, through the Faith card stroke Hierophant energy, that there's nowhere for this relationship to go with the Fool in the reverse. Some of you guys, what's influencing this situation is this person's already married, or they're with somebody else with the Hierophant energy, and they cannot take the leap forward with you. For some of you guys with this Hierophant energy, this person's off a different faith, and it means that their faith puts restrictions on them taking a leap forward with you as well. And as a result of that, the energy around you is that you really, with the Hanged Man energy, need to tie this completely up. This Hanged Man, this has nowhere to go. The situation with the Hanged Man reverse is that this is completely stuck. This energy is immovable in a way with the Hanged Man. At least when it's in the upright, there is the potential for slow-moving change to slowly channel itself down like a baby being born. This is the birthing canal, the birthing position, slow moving changes. But in the upright, there are no slow. This is almost like a breech birth. You know, the bottom first. And one would need to do all sorts of things with all sorts of contraptions to get that ass out of the vagina, basically. So there's nothing being born here. It's going to be a very, very difficult birth. So you guys, I think the energy around you is that you know this will be a very, very difficult situation to come into being. Because this person here with the Four of Cups energy procrastinates too much. They don't really want what you have to offer. And as a result of that, the most likely outcome will be there will be healing, the sun energy, through withdrawal. Once you take yourself out of the situation, you will find that there is healing here. The other way that I can look at this, though, is I'm looking at something very, very interesting. I'm noticing that we've got Leo all over this reading. We've got Sun Leo, Strength Leo, King of Wands Leo. So you might be dealing with a Leo person. And I actually feel that another way that I can look at it, just looking at the tarot interaction, Cancerians, is that there's a person around you who's not playing dice with you. They might be married, it might be religious factors that's a problem, it might simply be that you know that there's nowhere for this to go, whatever it is. But they're showing as being uncooperative with that King of Cups in the reverse and that Two of Cups showing there. You're in some of you guys in a relationship with somebody who's just too difficult to deal with, problematic. But I think if they're showing there's a problem and you realise all of this stuff and you say, okay, let's not bother with this energy because you're just too much of a headache, you don't know what you want. More than likely, it could be, especially if it's a Leo dude, some of you guys, the most likely outcome could be that this person comes back. Can you see how the person sleeps on the Four of Swords? Can you see how the energy of the Sun God is trying to awaken this person up? The Sun is trying to awaken this Four of Swords. So the sleeper is the Four of Swords person. This is you, but this person's trying to awaken you from your slumber. I think another two things. I think not only is there going to be healing over this situation, the more than likely. You're going through a tough time, especially in this area here, but you're getting through it. There'll be healing, but also don't be surprised if this person comes back and tries to awaken you. Once you've decided to recover from this situation and to go into hibernation, to withdraw from it, this person will try and awaken Sun from your sleep, the Four of Swords. I also feel the most likely outcome is that clarity. The Sun is also a card about clarity, is going to awaken. You know, there's clarity here with the Sun energy, and it will awaken you from this idea, from your slumber, from the sleep that you've been in for many months, many weeks, many years for some of you guys, that you guys are literally going to be able to be together properly. So I don't think you will for some of you. Coming in, Ace of Coins, this person in the immediate future, perhaps this person not willing to commit. It's all about the Five of Swords, putting themselves first to the detriment of you. For some of you guys, feeling very much that there's an ungrounded energy, not knowing where you're meant to be, not knowing how you're going to start to build your life or rebuild it here with the Ace of Coins in the reverse. Great deal of destabilisation in terms of groundedness. This is about your mentality, though, the Five of Swords, feeling a lack of power within your life concerning this individual. However, influence is coming in. You're going to need, Cancerians, to take control of this very kind of depressing, very intense, frustrating energy that some of you guys are feeling with the Five of Wands energy, because your hopes will be, I wish I could tame this King of Wands. Whether he's Leo or not, he or she is Leo or not, I want to tame him, strengthen the King of Wands. I wish I could tame. I would hope that I could tame this very wayward, very kind of independent, very, very stubborn King of Wands energy. But I think the overall outcome for the month will be you guys finally seeing that clarity with the Queen of Swords energy, and that clarity is clarified by the Tower. I need to break away from the fantasy of the Six of Cups, from the idealization of what this relationship could be with this Six of Cups energy showing here. Because here, you're being awakened from your slumber. Some of you guys, it's reality hits with the Sun energy is going to awaken you from your slumber, and the overall outcome from that will be the Tower. You clearly know what you need to do with the Queen of Swords energy, and that is to break away from the idealization, from the fantasy of the Six of Cups of this relationship. For some of you, breaking away from the past. And also here as well, the Ace of Coins in the reverse. Okay, this person not committing to you, cutting you out, putting themselves first. And also some of you guys feeling an element of destabilization in terms of what you're doing, where you're grounding yourself, where you're living, where you're meant to be. This is not a healthy crop with the Ace of Coins in the reverse, but the unhealthiness of what you're trying to plant is all to do with your hurt, with you feeling disempowered energy. So there's a realization in these energies here anyway. And the overall outcome says, well, from that, there's the realisation with the Queen of Swords, what am I doing? I need to break away from this fantasy that me and this person are going to live happily and ever after, because probably not. But this gives you strength, you see, Cancerians. If it resonates with any of you guys, it gives you just the real strength. I've been there myself. If this resonates with any of you guys, you're involved with someone and you're kind of like, I might as well just carry on with it because it's fun, but you know that this person isn't right for you. And it's only when you can actually just take control, the Chariot energy, off these wayward feelings, Five of Wands energy, and off the frustration and the fear that you feel about letting go of someone. You're already doing it here because you know what you're doing here. That's the empowerment that you need. There's a great deal of empowerment coming to some of you guys by the end of September. It will not come without its drawbacks, without its tears, without its anger to a certain extent here, and you're going to have to take control of those things. But once you get there, once you say no more, that's when you're going to start to feel a lot better. Alright, that's your reading, Cancerians, for the month of September 2018. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.